Welcome to the Predicare Steun Foundation, where purpose drives every action. As we celebrate our 6th year anniversary, it's essential to reflect on the profound impact we have made. Through 20 monthly online seminars, we have empowered individuals with tools for personal growth and self-development, fostering a community dedicated to continuous learning. Our reach extends beyond virtual platforms to the arts of education, with 33 schools in Ogun State benefiting from our initiatives. These institutions are not just recipients, they are partners in our mission to nurture young minds. Through book donations, we have supported their libraries, enriching their educational journey of over 1,060 children, instilling in them the love for learning that transcends generations. Our commitment to literacy doesn't end with donations. It's a culture we are revitalizing. With our over 270,000 worth of books distributed, we are sowing the seeds of knowledge that will flourish in the minds of future leaders. Every smile we see reflects the hope of a brighter tomorrow, fueled by the joy of learning. As we look back on our accomplishment from 2018 to 2024, the numbers speak volumes. 31 free online seminars, 33 schools empowered, 1,060 children inspired, over 270,000 hours worth of books shared, 11 projects realized, 3 reading clubs established, 945,000 naira invested in education, 1 book compiled, and this book is a testament to our dedication to literature and learning. Together, we are shaping a future where every child has the opportunity to thrive, where knowledge is not a privilege but a right. Join us in our journey as we continue to make waves of change, one seminar, one school, one child at a time. Predicare Steun Foundation, empowering minds, transforming futures. Welcome to the Predicare Steun Foundation, where purpose drives every action. As we celebrate our 6th year anniversary, it's essential to reflect on the profound impact we have made. Through 20 monthly online seminars, we have empowered individuals with tools for personal growth and self-development, fostering a community dedicated to continuous learning. Our reach extends beyond virtual platforms to the arts of education, with 33 schools in Ogun State benefiting from our initiatives. These institutions are not just recipients, they are partners in our mission to nurture young minds. Through book donations, we have supported their libraries, enriching their educational journey of over 1,060 children, instilling in them the love for learning that transcends generations. Our commitment to literacy doesn't end with donations. It's a culture we are revitalizing. With our over 270,000 worth of books distributed, we are sowing the seeds of knowledge that will flourish in the minds of future leaders. Every smile we see reflects the hope of a brighter tomorrow, fueled by the joy of learning. As we look back on our accomplishment from 2018 to 2024, the numbers speak volumes. 31 free online seminars, 33 schools empowered, 1,060 children inspired, over 270,000 hours worth of books shared, 11 projects realized, 3 reading clubs established, 945,000 naira invested in education, 1 book compiled, and this book is a testament to our dedication to literature and learning. Together, we are shaping a future where every child has the opportunity to thrive, where knowledge is not a privilege but a right. Join us in our journey as we continue to make waves of change, one seminar, one school, one child at a time. Predicare Steun Foundation, empowering minds, transforming futures. 7 years ago, a vision was born. A vision to nurture young minds, inspire confidence, and ignite solutions for a better world. Predicare Steun Foundation began with a simple mission to empower children with the tools, mindset, and resilience to change their futures and the world around them. Today, that dream lives stronger than ever. Over the past 7 years, from 2018 to 2025, our impact echoes in 33 free online seminars, 35 schools reached, over 1,300 children impacted, more than 270,000 naira worth of books donated, 12 projects completed, 3 reading clubs, over 1.2 million paid for the school fees and exams of children, 1 book compiled. As we celebrate this incredible 7-year journey, we honor every child empowered, every school touched, and every life transformed. None of this would be possible without our dedicated team of passionate volunteers, generous partners, and most importantly, the unstoppable spirit of the children we serve. This is just the beginning. Together, we will continue to nurture brilliance, fuel dreams, and create a future filled with endless possibilities. Predicare Steun Foundation, 7 years of impact and a lifetime to go. Seven years ago, a vision was born. A vision to nurture young minds, inspire confidence, and ignite solutions for a better world. Predicare Steun Foundation began with a simple mission to empower children with the tools, mindset, and resilience to change their futures and the world around them. Today, that dream lives stronger than ever. Over the past 7 years, from 2018 to 2025, our impact echoes in 33 free online seminars, 35 schools reached, over 1,300 children impacted, more than 270,000 naira worth of books donated, 12 projects completed, 3 reading clubs, over 1.2 million paid for the school fees and exams of children, 1 book compiled. As we celebrate this incredible 7-year journey, we honor every child empowered, every school touched, and every life transformed. None of this would be possible without our dedicated team of passionate volunteers, generous partners, and most importantly, the unstoppable spirit of the children we serve. This is just the beginning. Together, we will continue to nurture brilliance, fuel dreams, and create a future filled with endless possibilities. Predicare Steun Foundation, 7 years of impact and a lifetime to go. 7 years ago, a vision was born. A vision to nurture young minds, inspire confidence, and ignite solutions for a better world. Predicare Steun Foundation began with a simple mission to empower children with the tools, mindset, and resilience to change their futures and the world around them. Today, that dream lives stronger than ever. Over the past 7 years, from 2018 to 2025, our impact echoes in 33 free online seminars, 35 schools reached, over 1,300 children impacted, more than 270,000 naira worth of books donated, 12 projects completed, 3 reading clubs, over 1.2 million paid for the school fees and exams of children, 1 book compiled. As we celebrate this incredible 7-year journey, we honor every child empowered, every school touched, and every life transformed. None of this would be possible without our dedicated team of passionate volunteers, generous partners, and most importantly, the unstoppable spirit of the children we serve. This is just the beginning. Together, we will continue to nurture brilliance, fuel dreams, and create a future filled with endless possibilities. Predicare Steun Foundation, 7 years of impact and a lifetime to go. A vision was born. A vision to nurture young minds, inspire confidence, and ignite solutions for a better world. Predicare Steun Foundation began with a simple mission to empower children with the tools, mindset, and resilience to change their futures and the world around them. Today, that dream lives stronger than ever. Over the past 7 years, from 2018 to 2025, our impact echoes in 33 free online seminars, 35 schools reached, over 1,300 children impacted, more than 270,000 hours worth of books donated, 12 projects completed, 3 reading clubs, over 1.2 million paid for the school fees and exams of children, 1 book compiled. As we celebrate this incredible 7-year journey, we honor every child empowered, every school touched, and every life transformed. None of this would be possible without our dedicated team of passionate volunteers, generous partners, and most importantly, the unstoppable spirit of the children we serve. This is just the beginning. Together, we will continue to nurture brilliance, fuel dreams, and create a future filled with endless possibilities. Predicare Steun Foundation, 7 years of impact and a lifetime to go.
Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're joining from. Welcome to PSF's 8th Founders Day anniversary of New Beginnings. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We're excited. It's all years of doing impactful work in quality education, impacting lives. I mean, it's not small work, 8 years. Please, can we just give it up for PSF in the comments? Just send your emojis, clap, clap, your celebratory emojis, and just say Happy Founders Day, PSF. Thank you for all the work that you do. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's just do a quick introduction of ourselves. My name is Omowumi Omoyayi, and I'm joining from Lagos State, Nigeria, and I'll be your host for this evening. So just tell us in the comments your name and where you are joining us from. Your name and where you are joining us from. Let's meet you. What's your name? What part of the world are you joining from? Okay, I can see some comments already. Congratulations, PSF. Yes, yes, congratulations. All right, let's just briefly introduce ourselves. Tell us your name and what part of the world you are joining from. Okay. All right, I can see some comment already. I can see Kalejai Isaac joining from Lagos, Nigeria. You're welcome, Kalejai Isaac. I can see Motolani, pardon me, from Calgary, Canada. You're welcome. Okay, Ariana from Lagos, Nigeria. You're welcome. I can see Deborah from Nigeria. Okay. I can see Ayonride from Ibadan. All right, all right. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are excited that you are here. We're excited. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. So let's just quickly do a warm-up activity before we get right into what we are here for. So we're going to be playing a game, word association. And let me just quickly describe how it's going to go. So I say a word, and then you just tell me the first word that comes to your mind that is associated with that word. So for instance, I say school. So what words associated with school? Maybe teachers, books, assignments, things like that. Do we get it? Do we understand? Let me just see your comment if you understand so that we can start. If you understand what association is, just tell me in the comment that yes, you understand. Just type.
Hello, Maumi. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello?
Mr. Inka, are
Can
you
you hear
saying
me?
yes, yes.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello. It's not clear, but I can hear that you are trying to say something.
So I said it's actually I'm going to be displaying the words. Yeah.
I didn't really hear you, but I think you said you are going to.
I think from your end the sound. Can you check your sound again, please?
Okay. It's not so clear. Maybe you can type in the comments. But I think I already said you're going to be displaying the words on the screen. And yes, the words are going to be displayed on the screen. So you're going to see the words. All right, all right. So the words are already displayed on the screen. So let me just look through and just say one word. And then just don't think so hard. Just say the word that comes to your mind. Any word that comes to your mind. Some people are saying I can't hear properly. Yeah, Mr. Linka's
Can
I
you
don't know
mute
how.
for a minute? Maumi, can you check your sound and mute for a minute, please? To know where the issue is coming from exactly. Hello? Can
Hello,
can you mute?
I can hear you, but I don't know what's wrong. It's not clear. It's sounding like this satellite something. It's not really clear. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So what's on the screen now? What I can see, I already explained what the word association.
Hello, can every other person hear me? Just Mary, can you confirm you can hear me clearly? Hello? You can hear me clearly. So Omome, can you log off for a minute and join back? I think something is wrong with your sound over there.
Okay, so I should leave and join again.
Yes, please. All right. So while Omowumi is trying to get our sound sorted, sorry for that. So this is just for us to get you know warmed up for this event. Let me try and put on my video here. So this is just for us to try and warm up for this event. So what we'll be doing is just for the next 2 or 3 slides, I'll be displaying some words on the screen. So what you just need to do is tell which word comes to mind first or which word stands out for you. All right, I hope that's clear. So it's simply, for the next 3 slides, we'll be showing some different words. Anyone that catches your face first or you see first, try to just write that in the chat, and I might look at interesting comment to see which one actually stands out. Are we ready? All right, let's go. So this is the first slide. The second slide. The third slide. So let me know which word stands out. I can see people in the chat already. I can see people in the chat. Forage, incentive. Okay, let me just go around one more. I'm trying to look for very unusual words. So let's see. Let me show that one more time again. Let me just go around one more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's see those that. Shima, interesting. There are new words. There are new words that stands out. Well, okay. Blatant. Malilovan. What does that mean? You can check the meaning of that word. Or why did you choose that word? Pessimism, malicious, trope, okay. Fascinated, benevolent, spendthrift. Some people are not talking just to know. I'm not supposed to be hosting this, but Omomi is still trying to join back. I think our network. So just to know, we'll be rewarding active people. So for those that are active throughout the session, there will be reward. There will be prize reward for you. So try to engage. Again, let me just do this one more time. And once I want me to join, let me know. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So let's see which word stands out for you. Make sure you are engaging in the chat. Okay. Okay. Spendthrift. Olamile Kanrimora. You like money. Spend. Why is everybody saying spendthrift? Flabbergasted. Moro. Okay. I think we have engaged enough. I like the engagement. Let's keep it up. Let's keep the chat buzzing. Let's keep the chat buzzing. One thing I would advise is if you know somebody that should be on this call, you have a friend that should be on this call, please kindly share the link with them. Omomi, confirm that you are back with us. Yeah, let me see, Omomi. Let me try to make sure. We try to make sure we muted everybody because of sound interference. So, okay.
Hi, Mr.
Omomi.
Inka. Yeah,
Perfect. Okay, this is perfect. So I can hear you clearly now.
I hear you clearly too.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you can speak up a bit more.
All right, all right.
All right. So we have played the game and people have engaged on the chat. So you can take it over from here. So we are done with this part. Yeah. Over to you, Omomi.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Yinka. I trust that we had an amazing time playing the game. I saw the comments when I came in, and I saw it was interactive. That's really lovely. Okay, so just so that we can have it at the back of our mind, we are going to be rewarding the most active participants at the end of this today. I think we are going to be having 2 people. So make sure that, make sure you're engaging in the comments when the speaker is speaking. Make sure you are jotting your jotting notes, because we are going to be having a quiz at the end of his keynote speech. And also, we are going to be having essay presentations from participants this year. So also look forward to that. I hope we're excited. Let me see your excitement in the comments. I really hope we're excited. All right, so moving on, we're going to be having the welcome address from Mr. Yinka Arimoro, the visionary of PSF. I want us to welcome him like a king that he is, because this thing that he's doing is not honestly. Running this for 8 years, one thing that I know that people struggle with is when they start something. But the fact that PSF is the Founders Day is 8 today, it's not a small thing at all. It's a very big deal. So please let's welcome Mr. Yinka with a clap. Just show your excitement in the comments. All right, Mr. Yinka, over to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think you can you hear me? Okay, you can see my chart. All right. Good day. I'm just going to be checking the chart here. Trying also to check the participants and just trying to look at some interesting names here. Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to have you here. Welcome address. There isn't any like structured welcome address here, but really just to come with a heart of gratitude for what God has done through this NGO, the impact that has been created. And what I'll be doing is just walking you through who we are as PSF. Just talking about that a bit. And for most part, I'm going to illustrate that with videos so that at least you can understand what we are doing. Then I'll show you through some videos of impact, some things we have done over the years, and probably just wrap up with how we are planning to transition. And like eight, new beginnings. There's this whole connotation about number 8 to be new beginnings. So some of the directions that we'll be taking. So I want you to be part of this. I want you to be engaged. I want you to be involved. I want you to stay to the end of it. Like the host for this event, Amaumi, said that there will be essay presentation after the keynote. Some of the students have written essays. We have selected some people to make presentations. We have some other people that are here to listen in, which is beautiful, right? So without taking much time, I want to talk about PSF, Predicare Steun Foundation. And the way I want to do that is show you who we are, essentially. And as I said, as we go through this, there might be questions, there might be rewards, there might be quizzes, there might be rewards. So maybe make sure you are attentive as possible. And now give a backstory to how all of this started and now it has grown to something that we are here together celebrating number 8, which I find very, very, very beautiful. All right, so I'm going to be playing this video. Just listening. All right. I'm sure that video kind of went through your screen really quickly. So I want to ask two questions, and I want to ask two questions, and I want to see those that are able to answer me. Um, so please, chat, check in the group. Let me check it, admins. What is the meaning of Predicare? The first answer. What is the meaning of Predicare? Okay, so Kalejaya Isaac says, okay, who is the first person from my screen here? Says Miriana Ayorinde, please help me note that name. Okay. What is the meaning of what language is the word stern from? Steun. What language is it from? Or what country? Okay. Not the first person that answered that is Ayo Oba. No, is that Oba? Anyways, I'll leave you with the task to help me figure that out. All right, so just backstory, and if you've had a chance to read our NGO strategy document, this backstory is actually part of it. This whole vision started. Just 1 minute. Let me see. Um, all right. So this whole vision started in 2018, particularly, and it started with 20 people in my dad's living room. It started with 20 people in my dad's living room, and these people gathered. I was at that time a mathematics teacher, just passionate about children, and having children together. And I was actually running my master's during that time at the University of Lagos, and it just came really strongly to me. I consulted with a few friends. I don't know if they're on the call. Of special mention, Temidayo Adebi, of special mention. We talked about it, ruminated about it. Another special mention, Teju Tukoya. We talked about it, tried to come up with a nice plan, and we just wanted to pivot. And to pivot, we started with like a pilot of 20 students. So I went around and got like a document where I wanted to talk about the life of Ben Carson, who has greatly impacted my journey, to be honest. And another man, Dr. Miles Monroe, who I grew up reading about. So I made a presentation about these two men. And of course, if you know me, those on the call know that you can't be my friend, you can't be my student and not get books from me. In that meeting, I got books for this student, and it was a really good pivot. And it was from there that we began to build. So the vision really is to raise educated young minds. And notice that we didn't just talk about young people that go to school or attain credential, get credentials or certificate, educated young minds, people that are genuinely educated. And the goal for this is so that they can solve national and international challenges. While in the next few slides, I'll be playing a video. The voiceover you hear from the video is my very, very right-hand person. We've known each other for like 12 years or more than 12 years. What am I saying? 15 years. She told me that, Olayinka, do you know that we have not even started scratching the surface of this vision? And we are 8 years into it already to solve national and international challenges. And so the goal is just simple, just to raise young people who understand the impact of education, who will be willing to commit to a lifelong learning, who are willing to see education as a worthy adventure to embark on in this world of social vices, in this world where scam and this word, common word that education is a scam, is on the rampage. We want to change that narrative. We want to position ourselves as a platform where you can see education as something worthy to embark on. And many of us on the team, including myself, are big beneficiary of education. So that is what we are trying to pass on to children. And so when we started, it was first called Predicare Steun Academy, but sometime in 2021, due to the Corporate Affairs Commission and registration of the NGO, we had to change to Predicare Steun Foundation. So what I want to do next then, having an idea of what we are and what we do here, I will play videos of our journey just to walk you through where we have come from, from year 4 to year 6 to year 7 and now year 8. All right. So just listen with rapt attention.
This is the Predicare Steun Academy, and it is the NGO's 4th year anniversary. Our impact so far are as follows: 20 seminars. These are monthly online seminars brought to you by the PSA Academy with exciting topics for personal growth and self-development. Our impact has also extended to 23 schools. The Predicare Steun Academy currently has a special focus on schools in Ogun State, located in the southwestern region of Nigeria. It has been a privilege having these 23 schools participate in our various events and projects. Some have also gone ahead to become beneficiaries of book donations, and we say thank you to them for their continued support. PSA has also impacted over 1,500 children. These are children in junior and senior secondary schools, male and female, boys and girls, future leaders with great potentials. We can't wait to have them take hold of the future. Best of all, we always love the smiles on their faces. With book donations, 180,000 naira worth of books have gone out to schools and the students in the schools. We are working tirelessly to revive the reading culture in our nation. Ben Carson is a worthy role model for children. His books, alongside other authors, have been a source of constant inspiration to the Academy. 6 projects successfully completed, from book donation projects to 2 spelling bee competitions. Children's Day celebrations are also held very high. The first spelling bee competition happened in 2019 and the second in 2021, with several schools in attendance while also participating in these competitions. More impact are as follows: 2 reading clubs, school fees of children paid to the tune of 675,000 naira. The Academy also has a compiled book. Follow us on social media. Contact us for more enquiries. Support our work. This is the Predicare Steun Academy, PSA.
This feels really nostalgic for me, like makes me feel nostalgic, honestly. See the pictures from, that was 40th anniversary, that would have been 2022, I believe. So you see, like, we didn't just start today. It's not something that we just woke up and started doing. It's something that there is growth, there is progress. The process is there. All right, that was 2022, and I think this is 2020.
This is the Predicare Steun Academy, and it is the NGO's 4th year anniversary.
So this is the 60th anniversary now.
Welcome to the Predicare Steun Foundation, where purpose drives every action. As we celebrate our 60th anniversary, it's essential to reflect on the profound impact we have made. Through 20 monthly online seminars, we have empowered individuals with tools for personal growth and self-development, fostering a community dedicated to continuous learning. Our reach extends beyond virtual platforms to the art of education, with 33 schools in Ogun State benefiting from our initiatives. These institutions are not just recipients, they are partners in our mission to nurture young minds. Through book donations, we have supported their libraries, enriching their educational journey of over 1,060 children, instilling in them the love for learning that transcends generations. Our commitment to literacy doesn't end with donations, it's a culture we are revitalizing. With our over 270,000 worth of books distributed, we are sowing the seeds of knowledge that will flourish in the minds of future leaders. Every smile we see reflects the hope of a brighter tomorrow, fueled by the joy of learning. As we look back on our accomplishment from 2018 to 2024, the numbers speak volumes. 31 free online seminars, 33 schools empowered, 1,060 children inspired, over 270,000 hours worth of books shared, 11 projects realized, 3 reading clubs established, 945,000 naira invested in education, 1 book compiled, and this book is a testament to our dedication to literature and learning. Together, we are shaping a future where every child has the opportunity to thrive, where knowledge is not a privilege but a right. Join us in our journey as we continue to make waves of change, one seminar, one school, one child at a time. Predicare Steun Foundation, empowering minds, transforming futures.
Amazing. So that is number 8. That's number 6. Now let's go to number 7. Just to show you, I'm just trying to kind of show you the progression of how we have moved over the years, and I'm going to play the number 8, and then we get more into serious stuff.
7 years ago, a vision was born. A vision to nurture young minds, inspire confidence, and ignite solutions for a better world. Predicare Steun Foundation began with a simple mission to empower children with the tools, mindset, and resilience to change their futures and the world around them. Today, that dream lives stronger than ever. Over the past 7 years, from 2018 to 2025, our impact echoes in 33 free online seminars, 35 schools reached, over 1,300 children impacted, more than 270,000 hours worth of books donated, 12 projects completed, 3 reading clubs, over 1.2 million paid for the school fees and exams of children, 1 book compiled. As we celebrate this incredible 7-year journey, we honor every child empowered, every school touched, and every life transformed. None of this would be possible without our dedicated team of passionate volunteers, generous partners, and most importantly, the unstoppable spirit of the children we serve. This is just the beginning. Together, we will continue to nurture brilliance, fuel dreams, and create a future filled with endless possibilities. Predicare Steun Foundation, 7 years of impact and a lifetime to go.
Indeed, a lifetime to go. And anytime I feel tired, I don't want to do this anymore. When I see some of the work we have done and some of the impact we have created, I just want to keep going. And now the final one.
7 years ago.
8th year, this is the 8th year anniversary, and that is why we are gathered. So I'm just going to play this and we'll move on to the keynote speech.
Predicare Steun Foundation, PSF, is not just a name, but a vision that came alive 8 years ago in 2018. That vision is to raise young, educated minds that can solve national and international challenges. Because every child has an innate potential and an area of interest, PSF's priority is to reach out to every child, helping them harness their innate potential and areas of interest, while building themselves to see challenges differently and explore various facets of life. While we are on a journey to reaching every child, children between the ages of 9 and 15 have encountered us through various educational programs, Some have become winners of our competitions, and others have raised the bar in their pursuit of excellence. Predicare Steun Foundation is a not-for-profit organization devoted to grooming and redefining the minds of young people to prefer solutions to national and international problems. It is a foundation created and committed to making education more attractive so that young people can learn with an open mind. We believe that education is a tool for national innovation and advancement. Therefore, every child must get quality education. We do not just want to feed a child, as we say. Instead, we want to teach a child how to feed for life. At PSF, our core values are centered on capacity building, character building, intellectualism, excellence, and hard work. These values have spurred the impact of the last 8 years. From annual spelling bee competitions to essay competitions and more, it's been impact back to back. Our impact figures from 2018 are as follows. Over 1.7 million naira has been paid out for the school fees and exams of children. Over 270,000 naira worth of books donated. We have 35 intellectual online seminars. 60 schools have benefited from our programs. Over 1,500 children have been impacted. A total of 13 major projects have been completed. We have 3 reading clubs in schools, 1 book compiled, and most recently, we launched the PSF Teachers Conference with 20 teachers trained at the maiden edition. For the past 8 years, we have enjoyed the support of sponsors who believe in our vision, ever supportive, and are ever willing to help us reach new heights as we reach more children. We are grateful for every seed sown and the fruit it has yielded at PSF. We have also enjoyed the tireless sacrifices of our amazing volunteers who are willing to go to any length to touch the life of a child. We recognize the sacrifices and we believe in the ripple effect it has on each child we serve. As we ride on the wings of 8 years, we recognize that it's a new beginning that's ushering us into new impacts with new ideas for continually delivering on the vision of PSF. Join us on the new wave. We need your support. And we thank you for coming with us this far. The Predicare Steun Foundation PSF clocks 8.
Oh, I was speaking on mute. Sorry. I feel so emotional right now. Thank you so much, Mary, for that voice overs over the years. Honestly, we don't just want to feed a child. That's a big vision. We want to teach a child how to feed for life. That has always been the mantra since we started. So as not to take much time, there is still a lot more to unveil. Some of our students that have benefited from all of this are on the call. Some of them are not on the call. So it's not just a Photoshop thing. It is real impact, creating real impact in our local communities. And by the way, I saw a question: who is the founder? By the mercy of God, I'm the founder. Olayinka Imisiolu Arimoro is my name, and I'm the founder of this NGO. For those that don't know, and over to you, Omawumi. Okay, I have to do a few things here. Sorry, 1 minute. Omawumi. Because we had to mute everybody to reduce the background noise there. Okay, Omawumi, I think you can speak now.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Olayinka. Can I be heard? Am I audible? Is it
Yes.
clear now?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Yinka, for that awesome welcome address and all the work that you have stewarded in this past 8 years. Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay, so we're moving on to the next session, which is our keynotes speech from our keynote speaker. And I believe he's on the call already, so we are going to introduce him very briefly before we allow him to speak. Okay, let me see. Please, can you still hear me? Please, can you confirm that you can still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, and the screen is left with its profile.
All right, all right. So, our speaker, Oluwasegun Makinde, is a distinguished scholar, executive leader, and wealth strategist with a career spanning Shell, ExxonMobil, Imperial Oil, and the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation, where he built an excellent career in data science and machine learning. He has since transitioned into the wealth management industry, where he's a seven-figure annual income earner. His organization generated over $5 million in revenue in 2025, and his personal income places him among the top few percent of income earners in North America. Makinde is known for his ability to bridge technical rigor with executive leadership, his impact in mentoring high-performing leaders, and his role in helping many individuals achieve financial independence. He is a faith-based leader, an agile investor, and an avid business builder with a strong commitment to team development, problem-solving, excellence, and creating meaningful impacts. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with a clapping ovation in the chat, please welcome Mr. Oluwasegun Makinde.
All right.
His keynote speech.
Awesome. Wonderful. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you confirm if you can hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. All right. So good morning, guys, and it's a pleasure to be here. I was, of course, on the call earlier, listening to the impact that this initiative has made in the life of a lot of people, and many more, of course, would benefit from the major work that's been done here to change life when it is most sensitive to do so. And I believe the most sensitive time to change people's life is when they are still malleable, when, as a matter of fact, they are still in that phase of their life. I will be contributing my part to today's call by sharing my story in a very original way. While I was young growing up, I think one of the best things I look forward to is to hear certain people's stories and to, through those stories, see myself and see what's possible. And today, I am not just only grateful, I am also totally in in a state of believing that anybody can change their lives. All they need to do is for them to be intentional. Once you can be intentional, your life can change by a lot of degrees. I know we have 41 people on the call. I'm going to share my screen, and I believe that 41 people is more than enough to start making this world a better place, right? Even one of you could be a student, one of you could be someone that's not even very sure about. And I guess I have about 20 minutes, right? I have 20 minutes, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I may have
Are
over.
you able to share your screen?
I will be able to share shortly. Yes, I think I can. Yeah. Yeah, I can share. I think I have over prepared for this talk, so I have to quickly go so that I can.
No. You should take the time, sir, so we
All
can get all
right.
the best. It's not every time we get to have people like you on the call or to get you in your busy schedule. So thank you.
No qualms, no qualms. Yeah, it's a real pleasure. I can say that it was a real pleasure. All right. So let me get into how I would love you to start seeing life. Um, Certainly very different than, the popular view that people would have about life, which some of you on the call may probably be at that point where you're thinking about why things are not happening the way you expect it to happen, or why you could easily see other people getting things easy, while for you it takes a little bit more. While that does not annul the fact that there may be some unwarranted delays or hardship, but the truth is that life itself is really delivered in a case of challenge, and the courage to open that case is what you need so that you can reach forth for content in the case, right? So all of you can be confident that there is no small future for you. The future that has been created for you is certainly not a small one. It's something big, big enough to inspire, big enough to impact, and big enough to also transform, right? So, but you have to understand the processes of how your own unique challenges would enable you to eventually become successful. Hearing them introduce me. I was like, oh my God, is that me? Well, I'd like to share with you everything that may have contributed to whatever it is that you may have heard about my profile that may interest you. I'd like to take you to the very beginning of where it started from. And some of you are even better and more resourced and more positioned than myself if we were to rebase me to where you are today. I don't know, some of you maybe just finished secondary school, maybe just get into the university, or even just finishing university. I bet to say that if you backtrack someone like me to be on the same time frame, you may be you may be a luckier person than myself, right? And it's just this attitude of getting to understand that challenges have the role they play in helping you get to where you should be, that can make you a certain success. Now, I I, I love to be vulnerable because instead of being vulnerable and not allowing people connect, I would rather love to be vulnerable so that you can connect. So the very first challenge you will face is understanding that challenge itself is part of the package, right? And getting your mental attitude to accept the fact that challenges are part of the package is crucial. Like students, for instance, I want to be the best in my class. One of the things you have to do is that you have to study. Study is not fun, right? For some people, it's not fun. You have to wake up at night. You have to stay awake. When I say stay awake, put it in quotes. Some people, we did all sort of things to stay awake. I mean, some people will sleep early so that they can wake up early, which I consider smarter. Some people will buy cola nut and eat cola nuts just to stay awake. Some people will drink coffee. In my days, there's nothing like coffee. I don't even know where to find coffee, right? So challenge is part of the package. So if there's any part of your future that you're thinking of and is getting you excited, just know that one part of the package is challenge, right? Because your attitude while you're going through challenge is very important. And there are three ways you can think about, your relationship with challenges. You can life can be lived in challenges, right? So you can get to the point where as a matter of fact, you are living your life currently, and things are challenging for you, right? You're just in that challenge. One of the things you need to know is that, as a matter of fact, no challenge lasts forever. Some of you today, you are you are someone's child today. Tomorrow somebody else who is going to be your own child too. So no matter what you're going through, don't think about it like this will never change. I remember growing up, there are some things I didn't like, and it just needs to be endured, right? You just need to endure it. Today, I don't think those things are there anymore. Like many of you, probably you don't like when you're reading and they say, hey, go and wash the plate, or you're reading and say, oh, go and do this. And you will not give the right behavior to things when you interpret challenges as being there forever. There's no challenge that is there forever. So you may be living in a challenge right now. The best behavior for that phase of your life is going to come when you understand that it's not going to be there forever. It preserves you. It makes you be at an advantage over the challenges, right? Some of you, perhaps you are, and I'll share a bit of my story. In secondary school, I came to know myself in primary school as an intelligent child. But when I got into secondary school, I didn't know what happened. It was very difficult to pass, all those subjects were very, very challenging to pass. As a matter of fact, when I got to SS1, what happened was I failed so terribly that I was 48th position out of 50. And the teachers felt like it's the best thing in my interest for me to go to another class, art class particularly. So I was sent to art class, but I was so stubborn. I didn't want to admit that defeat. I forced myself back to science class. And one of the things I discovered looking back was that there is something that just needs to happen to you to wake you up. And I'm going to talk about that at some point, right? So, and there were a lot of things going on in life for me then, but I was going through the challenges, and all I needed to do was to have the right behavior through it. Some of us will be better off in life if we acted the ideal way to the challenges we're going to face. Then the next thing, of course, is that you can be life can be lived above challenges, and life can be lived below challenges. If there's anything that's common to these three things, is the choice, right? Is the choice you make. You can definitely live in your challenges like it will never end. You can live above your challenges, whereby you know that there are some things that are happening against you, but you still keep your behavior like someone that should act like nothing is wrong. Well, you can live below challenges, where you know that there are some things that are happening, and you even then mess yourself up further. Like for someone that say, "Oh, my parents don't have money. Because my parents don't have money, I can't go to school." Then what is it? Then you start doing vices. You start, dealing in drugs, start doing stuff that you should not do. You're living your life below challenges. Living your life above challenges. Oh, my parents don't have money. But there's something called scholarship. Why don't I study like someone that can get scholarship? You are projecting yourself above your challenges. People that are living in their challenges, they're the people that look for people to pity them. Oh, you know what? The reason why I can't do this is because I wish my parents were like these parents who, even before JAMB result came out, So which of all these do you want to be? Whether you are living in your challenges, looking for people that will pity you, or below your challenges, messing yourself up, behaving just the same way those that will fail would do, because people's behavior determine where they belong. Or essentially you want to live above your challenges, defiling all those things that are obvious but you do not really want them to happen. So every challenge builds you up. And what I mean by that is that think of your life as a house, right? There's a part that is in the kitchen, there's a living room, there is the visitors room, there's a washroom, there's every part of the house. So your challenge is to build it up. Can you imagine you being a home without a kitchen? That's the same way your life is if you don't accept challenges and live above them. There will always be something missing. And one thing I believe is that, and I'll share this later on, is that God orchestrates challenges to make people get built up. Some of you on the call, you are already very intelligent. You do well in your classes. You are top of the class. But one thing that is missing is you are so not humble. You are so good, but at the same time, you are so proud. That is something that will be challenging to you. And if you face it well and you fix yourself, you discover that everything is towards making you perfect, right? And even though some people say nobody's perfect, but the truth is, the more you get to go through life challenges, the better prepared for the future you are. So, just a summary here, take challenges as part of the package of life. There's nothing you want to become, the challenge is not going to sneak in. Whether you want to, go to school, start a business, even get married or whatnot, there's always going to be some challenges. Another thing is you can decide, it's your choice to be at a particular relationship with your challenge. You can be in it, you can be above it, you can be below it. If you're above it, you are acting like it's not there. You're not letting it limit you, because life is all about the behaviors you keep demonstrating regardless of whatever it is that is going on with you. And your challenges build you up. If you don't accept challenges, you will just be somebody with a mark, but with a ma at the same time. You're going to have both a mark and a ma. That is, people could know you, but they'll know you for what you are good at as much as they know you for what you're not so great at. Very crucial. Now, let me put some stories here. The very earliest challenge you're going to face is a challenge in your environment. Unfortunately, the way life is being lived is that the first environment you're going to find yourself is first of all going to be against you. And if you become a successful person, what will happen is that you now have an environment that looks like what you are. But in the first place, and for a lot of young people, I want to really tell you that one of the biggest challenges that you have to excel over is to rise above your environment. Environment matters. Many things may be going on in and around that is like the fashion, that's like there's so shortage of good examples. Bad examples are so much that you can even take things that are not supposed to be like the way life is supposed to be. I'm talking to you today. I grew up in this environment. Look at the place I grew up. This is where I grew up, somewhere called Bariga. And I had to go and get a satellite image of where I grew up. I was born here in 1989 up until 2005. I lived here for the first 16 years of my life. What do you think is going on in this kind of environment? People are smoking. People are doing boyfriend and girlfriends. People are telling lies. They're not studying. People think about how they're gonna wing exams. There's exams, but they want to take expo. This kind of environment is so interesting that, when I think about how far I've come, I can only attribute it to something that I'm going to tell you guys later on in my slide. In this environment, of course, there is no light sometimes for you to even do your assignments. In this environment, of course, sometimes, you wake up and what is happening in the street is that they just pick someone else that robbed and they are going to put tire on the person's neck and burn the person alive. So psychologically, mentally, many of you probably you are in a better position, but you may be asking for too much than you need, right? So I grew up in this kind of environment. This is the house where I lived in, right, for 16 years of my life. So whatever it is that you're going through, the challenges of life, they are present for everybody. But the truth there is that the choices you make matters. Even as I grew up from here, I carefully look for examples, people that I could see them as the hope that would give me the chance to start thinking differently. So I could see people, I could hear stories. One of the stories I had that really impacted me when I was growing up is the story of Ben Carson, the gifted hands. And I'd be thinking to myself, I say, oh my God, how did this guy, Ben Carson, how did he do all these things, right? What did he do? How well did he study? You can't even read in this house, right? The reason we can't read is that there's always somebody sending you message every time. It's like has agreed that nobody should sit down somewhere. Once they see you, hey, go and do that. Hey, go and do that. And it's kind of interesting, right? And I'm sharing this with you because I'll show you the contrast. Education is a big part of it, right? For me, my parents did as much as they could. As a young boy growing up, my dad afforded to take me to this school. This school is called Ladybird Nursery and Primary School. Even though I was living in that kind of place, my dad has a different view about education entirely. As of 1992, 1993, this school was already costing over 50, 60,000, 80,000 naira for a child to go per term. In my classmates were people essentially that their parents were doctors, were people that, Wale Dia, even the child actually attended the school. And I'm trying to show you environment. One environment is the home, another environment is the school. So in here, I picked up how these children do their work. They tend to tell me what is happening. They tell me what is happening at home with them. I know it's totally different from what what happened with me when I go back home. But even if that contrast was a challenge, I did not choose to live in it or to live below it. I started measuring up to these these children, because my dad is trying his best to make sure that I can get to go to a school like this, and I want to live up to that expectation and exceed it. And it's also a blessing for me. After finishing from Lady Bird, I went to Semes Grammar School, right? So I met some other incredible people. One of them, of course, is my head boy in school, and every time I look at him, I'm like, wow, this guy is just so is helping me build an environment of contrast. So please don't make what you live, where you live around, be the only places that give you an idea of what you could become. Always have another environment, another association that is challenging you to live above whatever it is that life look like. Now, you don't choose your challenge sometimes. They happen anyways. So this is my mom. I'm trying to get some of their pictures enhanced. This is my dad and this is my mom. My mom died when I was about maybe 9 years old or thereabout. She died very young. I hope you know that I did not choose to say my mom should die, right? So some things happen to you. It is not your choice. It will happen to you. The best attitude to things happening to you is for you to see it as happening for you. You have to see it as happening for you. So when my mom died, oh my God, my dad almost fell into depression. And if you could see by a glimpse of whatever is possible, and I want to keep the originality of this story, right? So you see, the contrast. My dad was significantly older than my mom. And when my mom passed away at age 34, my dad was already in his late 50s, winding down. Then he decided, I'm not going to get married. Any is going to get to, I'm just going to train these children. Five of them, my elder brother was 11. I think I was 9. My younger brother was 7. The one that followed that was 5. My younger sister was 1 year, 7 months old. There is no mother anymore, and we have to continue life. We have to get to move things going. So there is nobody that essentially will say, hey, wake up, go and brush your teeth. I hope you know, hope you know the way a father can take care of 5 children, right? So someone that has not done that before. So we have to grow up very quick. We have to grow up with expecting nothing from nobody, right? If you find it, you are grateful. If you don't find it, it's normal, right? And that's one thing that is so important in life. If you are on the call and one of the things you think is that you deserve more, you are just not going to get to where you're supposed to get to. If you have it, good. If you don't have it, it's normal. You move on with it. So I was in GSS 2 when my mom passed away. So GSS 3, then SS1. SS1 was terrible. I couldn't cope with physics, chemistry, or math. And that became so compounding, so depressing. At some point, I felt that I can't go to the university because in my environment, most of the people I see there, they started learning tailor. Some of them essentially start becoming mechanic. Some of them essentially at that point also started working in bakeries. So in my mind, I think I figured it out that I can really do a good job and maybe I will go to polytechnics. So those were the kind of ideas that my environment was presenting to me. And I was almost accepting it as the extent to which I could go, right? I could not go more than where I could see my environment taking me to. And now there's a reason. My mom is even dead. What should I do? I mean, I think it's valid if I give up at this point. Everything is there. My dad is this, my mom is this. What do I want to do, right? Many of you may be that way, that you're living in your challenges, right? But then there's always a need to live above the challenges, to defile it, to have every point in time, press it down, use it as a launching pad to get to the next level. And that's why, of course, I'd like to talk about the fact that to live above your challenges, you have to be ready to make unpopular decisions. I know those days I found it very challenging to understand math. So in fact, my elder brother many times would make jest of me because I was reading math like English. I was reading math one by one. So my brother would come to me and say, "Oh my God, Look at you. You mentioned some names of people, of which he is not even good at the math. He is not even good at the math. I'm trying to get good at the math. Because look at you. Do you think that is the way? So you mentioned some names. Some people are very intelligent in school. Think that's the way those people are reading math? Look at you. This is not the way to read math. So you better just dump this book. I'll pick it up again. I'll try to read it one by one, one by one, one by one. I'm not understanding it. So I make an unpopular decision, right? And you are going to have to make unpopular decision to be popular. That's the interesting thing about life. Anybody that you see that is popular, so this guy, at some point they made unpopular decision. So what was the unpopular decision I made? I made a decision to be friend with somebody that knew more than me. So I had this classmate of mine, is a twin. And I discovered that when he's in school on Monday, his twin brother is not going to be in school on that Monday. When he is not in school on Tuesday, his twin brother will be on school on Tuesday. So I asked him, I say, hey, Christian, what's going on? Why are you and your brother alternating coming to school? This I said, oh, my mom sells in Unilag. Oh, first time I had Unilag. I said, oh, so there's a place in Unilag. What is Unilag? What is university? Oh, university. Okay. What did your mom do there? So oh, we sell bottled water, we sell this. So I come on Monday so that my brother would be with my mom. So on Tuesday, my brother will come. I'll like, oh, but I say, what? Why is it that every time we write exam, you always get the highest score? You're not even there when they were teaching us. They say, oh, that one. I go to a lesson. I'm going to introduce you to that lesson, and that's where I go to, and I've learned everything that people are doing. I say, really? So I decided to follow him to that lesson. So when I got to that lesson, oh my God, I'm not kidding you. I felt sick on that day because I started thinking about my life, thinking about my life, thinking about my life. Because the people there were so intelligent, extremely bright people. And I was just saying that, do I have a chance? Like many of you, you may be intimidated by some people's results. Don't let it get to you. It's just see it as what is a show of possibility. So when I went to that lesson, I gave up. I didn't go again. I said, let me just go back to this, my maybe organizer or something I'll do. This one is too hard. How will people know book like this? Where do I want to start from? So my friend came back to me, and that's why it's still my best friend until tomorrow. I say, Makinde, I'm not seeing you in that lesson, guys. That lesson, you guys are too good there. I don't think that lesson is for me. And so what happened is that so he now said, oh, I'm going to create time for you. I'll be teaching you maths, I'll be teaching you physics, I'll be teaching you chemistry. I'll come twice a week. So I figure out a room, an isolated room in my house where nobody goes to. When you stay in that place and you don't move for 1 or 2 minutes, you're going to see rat will run over your leg. If you just stay still for 1 minute, rat will run. So I discovered that that's the only place I can, I can really be. So I told my friend, you know what, when you come, we'll just go inside this place and we'll just sit down there. We're going to on candle because there's no light there. So I'll get candles, I'll on the candle, say, we'll come with his textbook. So when he comes with his textbook, will teach me. So for the first time, I heard about the word Babio textbook, Ababio. So this textbook is called Ababio. He brought his own. He started teaching me chemistry, teach me physics, teach me maths. So each time he leaves, I will stay back there for another 30 minutes, trying to say everything he said. I will say to myself, I'll say, okay, this is oxidation. Oxidation is when oxygen mixes with it. I will say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it, say it. And the thing will stick. They'll be calling me, hey, Shagun, hey, this boy, I've gone Playboy again. Where did he go? I'll be hearing them. The way we're going to deal with this boy, when he comes, I'm just hiding there, studying, reading, reading. So when I am done and I'm ready, I will leave that room. Then when they see me, they will pound me. Sometimes they will, what's wrong with you? And if your mom dies early, then you know really people that that really like you. Because that's another discussion for another day, right? I face a lot of misrepresentation too, because I was just trying to make an unpopular decision to get to move forward. So I mean, long story short, I mean that story itself is I'm working on a project to write to write my story, and I think that would be a good one to read. So eventually, so this guy told me you have to get a Babio. I said, a Babio. There's nobody that know about me in my area. Okay, so I started asking, ah, Brahmed, please, do you know anybody that have a baby? Oh, there's one Ababio in the house of the Afolabis. I think it's the Afolabis that read it. I went to the Afolabis. Sorry, Brashim, they say there's an Ababian. Oh, yeah, yeah, there's a Babio. Check our dining table. By the time I got to Babio, about 60 pages is torn already. So I took that Babio. I started reading that Babio. Read it, read it, read it. So one day I decided to go and visit that lesson that I said I can't be. So surprisingly, they have a test that day. I say, test. These people that are extremely intelligent, can I take a test with these guys? They are too intelligent. I said, okay, anyway, let me try. So I tore a sheet of paper. I wrote my name, everything. First question, oxidation. I know oxidation like crazy now. It's not as if I know it, but because oxidation is oxidation. Everything that I was saying, I was just writing it. This one, I know this one. This one, oh, I know this one. I know this one. That's how I submitted. Then I didn't go to the lesson again. So the teacher marked the script, and I was the highest score. They were like, "Who is this guy that does not even come to our lesson and score the highest?" Everybody started looking for me. So my friend that used to teach me came and said, Makinde, you say you don't know anything. Look at your scripts. You got this one correctly. You got this one correctly. You got this one correctly. You even got it more than me. I said, me? Really? I said, this thing is just service. It just served in my hand, though. I didn't know. Even I didn't even understand. It's just that because I have crammed it, oxidation is this. So they now started looking for me. So I went there. So the expectation was so high that this guy is very intelligent. I said, oh my God. They say I'm intelligent, but I know that I'm not intelligent. It's just because I've practiced this thing. Then I started doing what intelligent people do. Read books, you know, think more, be more disciplined. That's how I turned around from being a student that I was going to be ejected out of science class to a student that essentially now became getting A. And I think when I wrote my GCE, I had almost all distinctions eventually, right? And that is an attitude that you must embrace. The right environment, the right people around you, very important. To live above your challenges, you need to have an encounter that will wake you up. One of the other things that helped me, I had a friend. My friend, it's been a long time we spoke. His name is Dotun Jordan in my secondary school. So that's at a very challenging time in SS1. One day, Dotun called me and said, hey, Shegun, do you know about the Lord Jesus Christ? I said, I know about the Lord Jesus Christ. We go to church. He said, no, 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 no. I mean, do you have a personal relationship with Jesus? It's a personal relationship. What does that mean? I said, okay, you know, um, as a child of God, you need to be talking to God every day. God needs to be using you to do good things. You should be good examples. As a child of God, it is not acceptable for you to be lying. It's not acceptable for you to be stubborn because the Holy Spirit lives inside of you. Then Dotun started speaking to me. Started speaking to me. Then what I discovered, I was just crying. I was just crying. I was just crying. And Dotun was just holding my hand, held me by the hand and helped me to give my life to Christ. And that was a very important turning point. By the time I got back to the house, people knew that this guy has changed. Before, it used to be very challenging. Who is going to wash my daddy's clothes? I went back home. I went to wash the clothes myself. I arranged it. I cleaned the house. I came back. There's one of my friend that liked a girl. And those days, I used to be the spokesman for that guy. So I was the one that was talking to the girl, say, "Oh, this is my friend likes you. You know, you have to." So when the Holy Spirit just told me about her name is Dora. So I went, I said, Dora, I need to tell you something. Say what? I said, Dora, you see, you need to give your life to Christ. Yeah, I started preaching to Dora. When my friend had knew that I was going, I was going to help him talk to Dora, so I said, hey, by the way, Rashidi, this thing I told Dora, I have to tell you too. So I started preaching to Rashidi too. Rashidi, you have to do this. So they were so surprised. So in my house, they started calling me pastor, 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 pastor. And that really helped me. That was a very important turning point. It helped me to stay out of making a lot of errors. It made me to have a way to live ahead of the prevalent examples that was around me. So many of you on the call, you need to have an encounter that will wake you up. For you to also live above challenges, you need to be hearing the right things every time. I had a sister that took me early to church. So when he takes me to the church, a very strange church, it's only speaker. We are just sitting in the front of speaker. We don't see anybody preaching. But what that man used to say used to make a lot of sense. I said, what kind of pastor is this? I don't even know what clothes this pastor is wearing. We don't know where. But the man, whatever he's saying, he would tell me about, he would share a story of how, he came from a very poor background, he succeeded. He would tell some story about how he made a first class. See, this thing is making a lot of sense. So my sister will always take me every now and then to that environment. So for you to overcome challenges, you have to always hear the right thing. Now, at some point, I had to now go to the university. So you remember my story. I wanted to be a vulcanizer, a painter, a dry cleaner, a mechanic, this kind of people. That's what people believe in my area. So eventually I got myself into the University of Benin. So I had gone into University of Benin because I wanted to be rich. I was figuring out that maybe if I study hard, I will go to University of Ibadan. I'm going to do medicine. I tried, it didn't work. But one of my friends came and told me, to say, you know what? If you study petroleum engineering, you are going to have a lot of money. I said, that's what I want to do. I need to have a lot of money because look at my younger brother, look at my younger sister, look at this, look at my elder brother. No, no. I need to have a lot of money. Look at where we used to live. I don't like that thing. We don't even have, no, no, no. I want to make a lot of money. Say, go and study petroleum engineering. So this time around, don't forget, I have picked things up. I started doing what intelligent people do. So the reason why you are not who you want to be because you don't do what those people you want to be like do. So if you know what intelligent people do, if you do it, you're going to be intelligent. If you know what rich people do, if you do it, I'm not talking about the pleasure part or the real hard work part. If you do it, you are going to really, be those people. So I go to University of Benin. Oh, this one, I don't want to bore you too much, but some of the things I can remember specifically, I will share with you. So my dad did not like that fact that I was going to University of Benin. So because of that, it was a big issue. And somebody came to mediate and say, because what had happened is that somebody went to Jam office and he saw my results. I say, can somebody from Bariga living in this area score this kind of result? What kind of boy is this? So he took my Jam slip and started looking for everybody in my area. Then he met my dad and said, this boy is your son. Oh my God, there's no school that this boy wants to go to in Nigeria that they're not going to give him admission. So take. But unknown to my dad, I've changed my university from Unilag to Uniben because my friend has sold me the dream of do petroleum engineering and you're going to make a lot of money in life. So my dad was so mad with that, very angry because Unilag was just very close to our house, just about maybe a few minutes drive. And but for me, I'm looking for a dream to be rich. So he was so angry, but somebody came and mediate for me and say, hey, Baba Biji, that's what they call my dad because, He had a wife before my mom that gave birth to twins. Ẹ jẹ́ kọ́mọ yìí lọ sí school tó fẹ́ lọ yìí. Ọlọ́run á ṣe lólu ọmọ fún yín. Jẹ́ kó lọ school yìí. Ṣẹ́gun will do very well in this school. So when the person spoke that word, it touched me. And the person called me to one side, say, Shegun, you are first class material. I said, first class? What is first class again? So I started looking at it. First class, what do you need to do? First class, what do you need to do? Then I asked somebody, his name is Madu Abuchiobin. I said, what does it mean to have a first class? He said, in every semester, you must make more A's than B's. So if you do 10 courses, if you have 6 A's, 4 B's, you're going to be a first class. Always make sure that you never have C or have more A's than B's. I say, oh, okay. So that's what first class is. I say, that's good. So I got into school. Many interesting things happened, but I can't share that part of the story. The truth is that the challenges are real. I showed you where I've come from. I've told you about my mom's case, but I went through school. I finished with the first class and as the best graduating in my set. So what that means is that among the first class in the class, I was the first among the first class. And I ran into this certificate they gave me, so the department to the best graduating student, the academic performance of 500 level in the Department of Petroleum Engineering, 2010, 2011. So what am I trying to position you for? Your challenges are real, but the truth is that the choices you make through while you're going through those challenges can even be more real. No matter what it is you're going through, what is most important is how you behave yourself through it. Associate positively. Have an encounter that will connect you to God, because it's so important, because you can't excel beyond that. Then I saw some of this picture, then I got married. I mean, that's another interesting challenges to you. And almost everybody I'm speaking with here are millionaires, and that's the guy that came from the place I showed you. Behind them. These are my parents. Now, do you think you deserve a better parent than you have right now? You don't. The parents you have now will do the job. They are both late right now, but I am working on raising a foundation in their name. I want to tell the story of some of the things that my dad did that helped me. Some of the challenges that he faced, that I saw how he surmounted it, that helped me. I want to talk about my loving mom who died very young at the age of 34. I'd already given birth to 5 children. I already have 5 plots of lands. 5 plots of land was there already. And our goal was to gift a plot of land to each of the child as a legacy. In lack, she still have legacy. And that is so important to me. And, in closing, guys, I'd like to share that some of the people you are even thinking that they are your role model, you are the one that will be their role model eventually if you pick things up. We have a family where I grew up. It's called the Banjo family. This family is the most successful family you can think about. When my dad is talking, say, do you think Banjo children will behave like this? Then recently, one of them reached out to me. Her name is Tawa Banjo. So the story is that this girl and myself, we liked each other when we were growing up. And I used to teach her, And, I look at them so much like these guys are the idols of this world. Oh my God, this family got it figured out. Then recently, she chatted me up. This is about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. When she chatted me up and she was trying to check things. And I was just asking, I was so much dying to hear from her. Thank you. What of your dad is good. This. And I always use you as a good example of hard work. I don't know what this lady is talking about. I said, for me, what helped me was that I gave my life to Christ early. She was thinking that it's because I was intelligent or whatnot. I said, no, all those things you're saying because I gave my life to Christ early. So all those times that people are, wasting time around, it's not because I cannot do it, but I choose to be different through God's grace. Of course, challenges are not going to stop. where you are right now. Don't think your challenge is going to be, I'm going to, once I finish secondary school, once I finish university. No, challenges are ongoing chapters. Living up of challenges is not a phase of your story, it's ongoing chapters. So after doing all those, I came to Canada again. One thing is, if you go through your challenge and you come out of it, you're going to have the character. You'll have built the character, the mindset, the candor, the optics of how you're going to get things done. I came in here into Canada, another set of challenges. But one thing I can for sure tell you is this: the temptations or the challenges in your life, they are not different from what other people experience. But God is faithful. He will not allow that temptations to be more than necessary. So don't let it crush you. But God's grace above all, but the God of all grace, who hath called us into his eternal glory, after that you have suffered a while. So there is a possibility that you can go through suffering for a while. So don't always think of quick things. There's some things you're going through. It's not happening for you quicker. It's not getting there faster. It's not becoming so good quickly. You are so putting in so much effort. You're trying to read. You don't understand that subject. There is something that you're going through that's going to make you later on perfect, established, strength, and settled. And also, if you are young here, you are better off when you're facing your hard times younger. And this is the same too. If you're in business, if things are hard for you in the early time, it's because it will be good for you eventually. So, guys, I hope I was able to share a little bit about my story to help you see what is possible in a slice of time when you as a person decide and you commit to say challenges are part of the package of life. I've just heard somebody else stories. Many of you on the call, you share way better stories than my stories, right? And don't let your story die. Your story die the day you start, living in your challenges or living below your challenges. You have to choose personally to live above your challenges. So thank you so much for giving me the chance to share here. I have a very important meeting here in Dallas, Texas, but I had to create this time because it's particularly important to me to make sure that I can use my time this way that I've used it this morning. So thank you very much, everybody.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwasegun Makinde. That was awesome. That was a masterclass. I mean, people pay to get these kind of things, and we are just hearing it for free here. Thank you so much, sir. Please let us show our appreciation in the comments. Let's say thank you, sir. We really appreciate. God bless you. I learned a lot. Honestly, my notes are full. But some of the things that stood out for me was the fact that number one, you give your life to Christ early. I just want to really emphasize that to people on this call, that it's very important to do life with God. Like, he's the author, and you cannot live your life like outside of him. You may not even understand. You will not understand things about your life outside of God. He's the one that created you. He knows why he created you. So it's important that you do life with God. And also, I'm sure that we heard at different points, Mr. Makinde always had friends around him that was encouraging him, that was speaking to him, that was giving him like courage. Okay, do this. You can do this. Let us surround ourselves with people that their words build us up, not people that when you tell them, oh, I have this vision, they just begin to tear you down and say, oh, it's not possible. You that are living in this place, how do you do that? You people don't used to have lights. How do you think you can apply for this scholarship and get it? Don't let anybody tell you that your dreams are invalid. And also, like, filter voices that speak to you. Don't let people's limitation limit you. All right. So I believe that we have questions for Mr. Makinde. I believe that we have questions. So if you have questions for him,
Before questions, I want to
okay.
especially thank I'll call him SEVC. For those that don't know what SEVC is, SEVC means Senior Executive Vice Chairman. So think of the top 1% of the top 1% in a top organization that's the annual revenue is about 1.4 billion. So when you see someone like this on the call and seeing the journey, it just brings to light what is possible. And I'm really grateful, sir, that we have you here. So it's a great honor, and I just want to keep it there for people to know that what we are doing is actually very, very intentional. We don't just bring any out person. We bring people who we can actually track their story. And I'm glad that you're able to show us how you came from that place, the challenges, how you were able to overcome challenge. When I was thinking about the theme for this year's event, and it came to me strongly, soaring, overcoming life challenges. I think I was doing dishes or something that day, and the name just dropped in my head. Why not invite this person? And I'm glad that you're able to honor that invitation. So we'll pass it over to questions. Maybe we can take two questions because we still have a couple of things to do. Um, yeah, Momi, over to you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lanka. Thank you once again, Mr. Makindi. Thank you so much, sir. All right, so I think I see a question already. Let me see. All right, so Mariana has a question.
Yeah, I think we are struggling to hear your
Sir,
Momi. I think your network.
in
So
a
the question is,
situation where
in a
you
sit
are having
okay.
a hard time.
So I think we are struggling with to hear your Momi. So
I
maybe you
think
can.
the question already. Is it the one in the
Okay, you
chat?
see the question. Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Okay.
go on.
So the truth is, there's always something that would help you know or how much you can do or how well you can be. As someone that has been in that position before where I studied and I wasn't understanding what I was reading. It's not because of the brain power. It's not because you have an inferior brain, or is it because others are smarter? Most times, what you need to really unlock yourself, because what happens most times is that many persons they are locked up by maybe the certain way they have been looking at themselves, or they have been telling themselves that they are not, a great person at that particular endeavor. One of the things you need to do is, of course, association matters. Associate with people, and trust me, God can't keep you stranded. That's one thing I know. I have gone through a lot that I know that for people that are perceptive, God cannot keep you stranded. There's always going to be somebody or something or somewhere or something happen that is already there. Your only solution is for you to be aware of it, right? So association matters, and also what you tell yourself is very important. And it's okay if you struggle with these things and you don't understand this. God may be using it to teach you persistence, right? Persistent. Just for you to be persistent. Like I told you, math was very, very, I was so bad at math. I don't, I mean, as somebody, I'm so afraid of mathematics that I'm like, man, I cannot do this. But the more I say myself, I cannot do this, the more I see that, those things were not true at all. They were just a state of mind that I was in, and I needed somebody else to help me. So within your environment, in that environment, be intentional, associate with people that know it more. Do what people that, set time, go to a place to read, you know, look for resources that can help you. Nowadays, things are even better. You have resources online that can make things so easy for you to pick up. You have things that can even come across as helping you better than an individual even sitting with you. But it's more about your mind. Don't let your mind cast you behind, and put that effort in and associate with the right people and use resources, are probably online. These days, time and age, a lot of things are even available. YouTube videos, watch YouTube videos, get to, I don't know how the language models are accessible to you back home. I think Gemini is free or whatnot. You can use all those things. Your mind will open and you start seeing that things are way better, right? You fall. I know, right? That falling asleep is very real, right? Is the reason why you're falling asleep is that you not yet have a big reason why. The reason why that it's like just imagination. Use your imagination to say, what if the only thing I need to do to succeed in life is just to read 1 hour or 2 hours every day? You have to put a big why to push you over those tendencies too. So and those are very important hack to life. Your imagination is key. You import your energy from your imagination. It's very, very important. All right, guys. I am so
Thank you so
sorry.
much, sir.
I
Thank you so
have
much, sir. I
to
think you've answered a lot of questions in one.
yeah,
Some of the questions we are seeing are very specific.
yeah,
And you just brings an idea in my head, just popped right. I think we need a session for students specifically. We'll
yeah,
just have a panel of like maybe 3 people just to
yeah,
answer some of these their questions. So thank you so much. I know you have to get back to another meeting.
yeah.
Um, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And I would we'll talk at the back end. Thank you so
All
much.
right. All right.
So
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate
mm,
you. Thank you.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah. So for all of some of the other questions, and I'm sure Mary will be in the chat to try to respond to some of those questions, but we have to move on now. But while we are here, you can go on our pages, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and follow us on Predicare Steun Foundation. All right, so now is the time for the quiz. We're just going to have a quick quiz session before we go into the essay presentation. For our presenters, please, I'm sure you have the information, be as prepared as possible. So what we'll do now is just to go into the quiz. So we'll be sharing questions. The first person to respond, 5%. I think there will be some gift that would hand over to them. So just respond with the option. All right, are you ready? First question: what determines if you would live in above or above your challenges? These questions were from the talk of Mr. Olusegun Makinde. All right, so I already put the answer. So who is the first person to respond? I think I already gave that one out. Okay. Okay, people. Okay, I think I see the first answer. Please note it down and you're reading it for me. Deborah. Um, Deborah. Uh, Deborah. What? Yeah, just note the name for me. I think the answer is your choices. So your choices determine if you live beyond above your challenges. Number two, Mr. Matt Kinde lived in Barega for how long? So the first answer I see here is 16. So Ayo Oba. Ayaoba. Okay, Ayaoba. So please know that. And I arranged to allow more people to take. So once one person gets it correctly, they can't, is one person per question. So somebody can get 2 questions correctly. So note the names for me, please. Number 3 was the title of the book that he read as a child and inspired him. I think we'll see the answer. Okay, I'm sure that my team is looking at the chat and going to pick the correct answer. Let me just put here to signify when the next question starts. Next question. So gifted hands is the correct one. The next question. Next question now. Question 4. So question 4. For the things Mr. Olusegun didn't like as a child, what did he do? This one is quite dicey. Okay, I think we have a correct answer. That is Ugochi John. So please note down for me, he endured. All right, and final question. Mr. Shegun's work focuses on the following except education, structure, long-term confidence, and banking. So I think we have a correct answer. Abigail Oshemia. All right. So pardon me if I pronounce that wrongly. All right. So and that will be the end of the quiz. So please note those 5 names for me, Ayorinde, and once you know the 5 names, put your phone number there so that he can reach out to you for their gift. It will be airtime gift. I think we'll decide on that later. So Ayorinde, over to you. This is your time, and this is where one of the important part of this Founders Day. Ayorinde, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Alanka. All right, good evening, everyone. All right, if we're following so far, can I see your reactions in the chat box? Just say something, you can send an emoji, just react in the chat box if you have been following so far. All right, okay, thank you. So we are getting to one of the most interesting parts of this session, which is where we have our essay participant to make presentation. So, and I know we have about 7 of them. And one thing we all should know is that we are going to be judging their presentations together. So please, even if you are not presenting, please pay rapt attention to what they are saying. We are going to be judging their presentations together. So we have Demilade Murayo Paul, we have Abigail Osemia, we have Ajile Adebayo Folashade, we have Favor Ajidagba, we have Ariana Oke, we have Christabel Chukwemeka, we have Uda Janet. So each of you are going to be having 3 minutes to make a presentation, right? So, and you have to stick with your time because we don't have much time in our hands. So once I call your name, you will come up, you mention your name, and then you go ahead with your presentation in just 3 minutes. So the first person is Demilade Murayo Paul. So can we all make welcome Demilade Murayo Paul to make a presentation, or him, or is Demilade a male or a female? Sorry.
So let me know what your name is so that you
So
can just
mention your name and
on the chat so that I can unmute you to speak.
okay. So Demilade Murayo Paul, are you on the call?
Okay, I think she's in
Okay.
Phoenix. Are you in Phoenix
Okay,
X?
please.
Okay.
She's in Phoenix X67 something.
Okay, just 1 minute. Just going to unmute her.
And like I said, please ensure that you pay rapt attention to their presentation. There's going to be a session where we all are going to judge
So
their
you should see
presentation.
a button to unmute yourself.
All right, Mariah, you can unmute yourself now.
Okay,
you have
good
to
day,
show your
everyone.
video as well so we can see your face, please.
Please put on your video. So we have to see your face to be sure that you are the one talking.
Okay.
Start.
Yeah, go on.
Oh,
Good day, everyone.
okay.
My name is Murayo Poluwa Dimlade, and the title of my essay is Soaring Above Adversity, How I Navigate Life Challenges and Work with Purpose. I wrote this essay because I wanted to share some personal experiences I faced that affected my confidence and how I learned to overcome them. I remember there was a time I constantly compared myself with people, especially in academics. And because of that, I had poor test scores and comments that made me doubt my abilities. This moment stayed in my head for a very long time and made me see myself differently when writing tests and examinations. Apart from academics, I also faced challenges in friendships. I always tried to be a kind and supportive person, but always felt hurt and unappreciated when my kindness was not valued. These experiences made me feel discouraged and affected my peace of mind. While writing this essay, I reflected on how comparison, self-doubt, disappointment can stop a person from growing. I realized that if I continue to compare myself with people, I will never become a better version of myself. So instead of comparing myself with others, I began to study harder. I began to improve myself little by little. I began to make wise decisions. And I began to make better decisions in relationships. One major lesson I learned is that challenges are not meant to break me. Instead, they are meant to strengthen me, build my confidence, and make me a better person. In conclusion, this essay reminds me that challenges are not meant to stop me from living with purpose. And like an eagle rising above the storm, I too can rise above adversities and move forward with strength and determination. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Can we all, give her a round of applause? Like she really, really killed it and she stick to time. So please let's appreciate Mariah Paul for that beautiful and excellent presentation. Thank you and well done. I wish you the best. You can go off the video now so that the next person can come. Okay, so we've listened to Mariah and she did excellently well. So let's listen to the next person, which is Abigail Osemea. Please pardon me if I didn't pronounce that well. Abigail Osemea, are you on the call?
Yes, I am.
Oh, excellent. So you have 3 minutes, your name, and then you go ahead with your presentation. Best of luck.
Good day, everyone. My name is Abigail Semenya, and today I'll be speaking on the topic how I navigate life challenges and work with purpose. Life is full of so many challenges, and many people try to avoid them. However, the more you avoid problems, the harder it becomes. Learning to face difficulties is an important part of growth. I learned this when I was in GS1 about 4 to 5 years ago when I failed my mathematics exam and I got an F and even got a C in most of my subjects. It was so devastating and disappointing that when I saw my results, my parents, I felt like the ground should open and I should enter inside. At the end of the day, I later went to my book. I went to a quiet place. Went through my scores and saw what I did wrong. I didn't study the difficult topics in mathematics like fraction, algebras, and time. This topic later came out in my exam, and because I wasn't prepared, I was not able to pass it. During the August holiday, I took time to learn these topics, the fraction, the algebra, and everything, the formulas and concepts of these topics. And at the end of the day, my efforts paid off. By the time I resumed school in JS2, my mathematics teacher quickly saw my improvement and I got an A in my mathematics. By the time I finished that section, I was part of the top students in my class. My experience taught me that success comes with discipline, determination, and hard work. Navigating life challenges is you have to embrace the challenge instead of running away from them because challenges are unavoidable. As individuals and Christians, God is our watchword because without God, we cannot get to any we cannot pass through any challenges. So in conclusion, challenges are unavoidable. And as individuals, we have to trust in God to help us throughout every stage of our life. So I pray the Lord will help us more and more as we go on. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Abigail, for that beautiful presentation. You did well as well, and you also stick to time. So I wish you the best as we await the results of the presentation. All right, you can, off the
Yeah.
video now.
Before the next person, please, everybody on the call, we are going to be voting for these people. So there will be a poll right after everybody presents. So please make sure you are following the presentation. And just to reiterate, there were about 50 or 60 presentation essays submitted. We cannot have everybody present. So we graded that and we have the top 7 people presenting. So I just wanted to put context to that. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir, for the clarification. So I believe Victoria is ready now. So you have 3 minutes as well, your name, and then you go ahead with your presentation. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Go ahead, please.
Life is full of many challenges, and one of the challenges I face is the pain of losing my dad at a very young age. 7 years ago, when I was 10 primary school, my dad passed away. Before he died, he would always call me my little professor. At the time of his death, I did not fully understand what it meant. But as I grew older, I began to feel his absence more deeply. There are moments I wish he was still here to guide me, support me, and remind me that I can do anything. Even though it has been very painful, I have chosen not to let it stop me. Instead, it has made me stronger. Sometimes I remember him calling me my little professor, and it encourages me to keep moving, and it reminds me that he believed in me, and I want to live up to that belief. One of the ways I overcome challenges is through my faith in God. I believe that He's always with me, especially during difficult times. Whenever I feel sad or confused, I pray, and it gives me peace and strength to keep moving. I also focus on I also focus on my education because I know it's very important for my future. I study hard and try to stay disciplined even when it is not easy. Because I want to succeed and I also want to make my family proud. I'm also very grateful for my mother, teachers, and friends who support and encourage me. They help me believe in myself and remind me that I am not alone. Their love gives me courage to keep going. Working with purpose to me means having hope and direction in life. My purpose is to succeed, make my family proud, and inspire others who might be facing challenges like mine. I want them to understand that challenges do not mean the end of your story. In conclusion, losing my dad was very painful, but it has not stopped me. Instead, it has made me stronger and more determined. I choose to rise above my challenges with faith, hard work, and hope. Because even without my dad beside me, his words still encourage and guide me. And I am determined to become a professor of law from the little professor he always believed I could be. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, that's excellent, Victoria. You also stick to time and you had a very beautiful presentation. Well done,
Thank
and I wish you the very best. All right, like was said earlier, these are the top seven based on the essay, and they are making their presentation, and all of us here are going to be the judge. So please, there's going to be a time where we all are going to vote for our top presenter. So please, let's ensure that we are listening. All right, the next person is Favor Ajidagba. Favor Ajidagba. So I believe Favor is already on the call and your video is on already. So Favor, please, you have the floor, your name, and then you go ahead. 3 minutes.
Hello everyone, my name is Sajida Bafevo. I'm an SS1 student from Burroughs High School. Today I'll be talking on the topic Soaring Above Adversity, how I navigate life's challenges and work with purpose. I'll be sharing with you some of my life challenges that I've faced and how I was able to overcome them and work with purpose. One of the challenges I faced was during my GSS 3 session when my school announced that the school bus will no longer be available, and parents were advised to find alternative means of sending their children to school. As for me, I decided to ride my bicycle to school. But the major challenges I faced was the pain because this was the first time of riding my bicycle for such a long distance and finding a safe lane to ride my bicycle on while avoiding the ongoing vehicles and trying to get to school on time. With some practice and effort, I was able to get to school on time without getting exhausted. I was able to find a safe lane to ride my bicycle on as well. Another story I could recall was when I failed my history exam in grade 6 and my common entrance was coming soon. At first, felt like giving up because I felt totally lost because this was the last term that I had. But I picked up all the courage I had to study harder, not only on history, but also on other subjects. Soon I was able to pass my common entrance examination and I became the top one in my school. And I became the best in my class as well. Through these experiences, I've learned to face any obstacle with courage, determination, and a positive mindset, knowing that I can soar high above adversity. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, Favor, awesome, awesome. Someone said go Favor. So that's awesome. And you also stick to time and you had a beautiful presentation. I wish you the best. So stay tuned so we can listen to us. All right. So, I forgot to announce the next person. Ariana, okay. So I think Ariana has been on the call. So Ariana, you are next. So you can put on your video and let's see you. Ariana, we are waiting for you.
Okay. I'm unable to put on my video.
Oh, why is that? Is there anybody there that can help you out with that?
I don't know.
Because we would like,
Okay.
part of the necessary thing, we have to see you and know that it is you.
Let's move to somebody else while she's trying to figure out that, please.
All right. So is Christabel ready? Christabel Chukwemeka, while Ariana is preparing our video. Christabel, please, you can, okay, your video is on already. Please unmute your mic and let's have your presentation. Your mic is not unmuted yet, Christabel. Please unmute your mic.
You should see, yeah, okay.
All right, so.
Good day. My name is Christabel Chukwemeka. I'm here to present my opinion on the essay topic, soaring, how I navigate life today. Life is a journey, filled with both smooth paths and rough roads. Everyone faces challenges, but what matters most is how we respond to them. Adversity is like a strong force that tries to yes, it can be that force that strengthens our wings. Over the years, I've learned that difficulties are not meant to destroy me, but to shape me into a better and stronger person. Whenever I face challenges, I first remind myself that giving up is not an option. Also, I've learned to surround myself with positive people. Also, I've learned that hardship carries opportunity for growth. Instead of allowing fear and discouragement to control me, I choose to stay calm, think deeply, and search for solutions. I believe that a focused mind can overcome even the toughest situation. One important way I navigate life challenges is by setting clear goals. Having a purpose gives me direction and helps me remain determined whenever things become difficult. When I know what I want to achieve, I do not allow temporary obstacles to stop me. I take each step carefully, learn from my mistakes, and keep moving forward. Another strength that helps me soar above adversity is faith and self-belief. This gives me hope during hard times and reminds me that challenges is only a part of life, not the end of it. Also, I've learned to surround myself with positive people. Encouragement from family, friends, and mentors gives me strength. The advice and support reminds me that I'm not alone in my struggle. In conclusion, soaring above adversity is not by living with problems, but about facing problems with courage, wisdom, and determination. By staying focused in my goal, trusting in God, and believing in myself, I continue to work with purpose. Every challenge I overcome becomes a stepping stone that lifts me higher towards my dream. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Well done, Christabel. You have also done well and you stuck to time. So I wish you the best as we await the results of the presentation. So you can go off the video now. Ariana, Alpha, are you ready now?
Where's the video? Where the video of it? Video. Okay.
Ariana, are you there? Is your video working now? Okay. I hope that you are able to fix that. Okay, great. So Ariana, let's have you 3 minutes. I wish
Okay.
you the
Good day. Okay. Good day, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and everyone present. I am Okay Ariana. To be honest, I didn't just write an essay to win this essay competition. I actually wrote it because I wanted to write something real, and that is my life story. I remember writing about how my life turned upside down. That was when I was 6 years old, to be exact. When my greatest protector, that is my father, became the villain in my story. It hurts more than I can explain, but still, I also know that hunger became our greatest companion, and if anyone were in my shoes at that point, they would have given up. I also remember the Christmas year when there was no father to provide for us. We had no celebration, no food, nothing. But unexpectedly, food came from different places of areas. We were even selecting food. That was how great it was. And now I think I have moved on and I've soared above my challenges because I am now the founder of my own fashion brand, that is Evonti. I own a small fashion brand, and it was because I did not give up those period of time. Those period of time, always wanted to be a fashion designer, but I made sure not to give up, and God did a miracle. So I thank God for everything He has done, and all the glory belongs to Him. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow, that was explosive, Ariana. Well done. I liked your presentation and you've also stuck to time. So I wish you the best as we await the result of the presentation. Thank you. So, Janet, are you ready? You can go off the video now, Ariana, so Janet can come up.
Okay.
Janet, you can unmute your mic and let's have your presentation. Janet, are you there? Your mic is still muted, Janet. Okay,
I've muted it now. So,
great.
good day, everyone. My name is Ude Janet, and I'm a student of Prime Touch College. Firstly, when I first saw the topic, I remembered how I got an E in my maths exam in year 8. Firstly, when I saw the result, I was very disappointed in myself, to be honest. It was my first time ever scoring so low in any exam, but I wasn't really surprised because math had never been my strong suit, but it was my first time ever scoring so low. I tried my best to climb higher, but it was really hard. It was a challenge. I didn't know how to overcome it until I got into year 10. Then I decided that this term I must do my best in math. I every day when I got home I would study whatever I learned from the math class. Then the day of my math exam, I didn't sleep until like 2 a.m. I spent my time revising all the topics that we learned that term. And surprisingly, when I saw my result, I got my first ever A. I felt very happy because I had been seeing my close friends, they would score higher, they would do very well. And I was just like, why am I so different from them? But seeing that A, I felt very happy. And that was how I learned how to overcome challenges.
All right, so I want to believe that Janet is done with her presentation. Another beautiful presentation. I must say, all the presenters did wonderfully well. You guys are so brilliant, and I like how eloquent you guys have spoken. And I really, really wish you all the best as we are going to be concluding the presentation in a very short while. So I'll be handing over to our moderator to take us to the next part of the presentation, which I think is where we all are going to be voting for our own best presenters. So please, Omawumi, you have the floor now. Okay, they've done that already. Is this the result of the presentation of the voting? Oh, okay, the voting is still going on. Please vote if you have not voted, and let's know who you are voting for.
So you should be able to see a pop-up on your screen. I don't know if you see that. Or if you check journey with your phone on the top, you see something like a bar chart or something like that, that you can see the poll from. So you can select who you want. So we have 11 people out of 33 people. If we can get up to 20 people vote,
Please,
then
let's vote. Let's vote so that we can have a very good result at least. That represents more than 50% of everyone here on the meeting, on the call.
I don't think co-host can vote, so that's about minus few people there. So because the admin at the back end were going to vote. The first presenter was Demilade Morayo Paul. Second presenter was
Abigail Osemiri.
Abigail. Third presenter was so just help us list out those names.
So the top presenter was Ajile Adebayo Folashade Victoria. The fourth was Favor Ajidagba. Then the fifth was Christabel Chukwemeka. The sixth person was Ariana Oke, and the last person was Ude Janet.
The poll now we have 21 people responded. Mary, can you confirm that you can see the result of the poll?
I can see it as well from here.
Okay, because you are a co-host.
We have a tie, actually.
Okay, we'll gather that, and all right. In the next 1 minute thereabout, I'm going to end the poll so that we can move on. So we have 21 people respond. So we'll move on from here. Mary, can we move on?
Somebody asked who are the first and second people.
Okay, so we are waiting for maybe 3 more people to be able to respond out of 40. So if you can get 3 more people, that will be good. All right. Okay. Mary, are we good? So let me just give a backstory so that what we are doing makes sense to people. Let me put on my video so that people will actually be able to see my face. So we had 50 submissions. We are not able to have everybody present. We have overrun time actually as at now. So as you know that in every context, there has to be a winner, right? In every context, there has to be a winner. And so that's exactly what has happened here. Out of the 50 people, we selected top 7. And those top 7 are those that we have invited to make presentation. Now, your question might be that, why were you also invited, as part of those that participated? I'm sure that many of you on this call, some of the things you heard from the keynote speech and everything, there is a lot you have learned already. And that's the goal. We don't want to deprive people that, because you were not part of the 7 people that we finally selected, so you should not have opportunity to be part of this great celebration. So that's why you also probably got an invitation to be part, to listen to your peers, to see what you learn. So it's not not everybody will present, not everybody will be first, not everybody will be second, not everybody will be third. And it's part of life as well. And I just want you to take that as a learning from here, so that those people on the chat saying you can't, what about those that are not here and all of that. So please just know that we have tried our best to make sure that we've graded it. We want to give people a chance to present. We have given people a chance to vote for their best presenters. At the back end, we are compiling the results. And so as we are compiling the results, I would want to move to the next thing, which is acknowledging our sponsors and our team, just so that it gives our team time to tidy up the results. And just to know that, because I was thoroughly impressed, the plan actually before was to give the only top 3 or top 4. So we have a cash prize of 200,000 to split among the top 3 or top 4. But I was thoroughly impressed by all of the students' presentation today. I wasn't part of the grading of the essay. I don't know anything about English and essay. But out of those 7, I think that it will be fair to actually reward those 7 people. So we might be announcing maybe only the top 3 here, but we'll make sure to reward all of those 7 people that presented. I wish that I had a lot of money, honestly, that I can reward all of the 50 people or 60 people that submitted the essay. And like, when we shared about our impact, you will see clearly that we have made impact. And I just want you to know that many of those things we've done, 100% of that has come from my personal funding, our generous sponsors. Every now and then you see us put flyers out for people to donate. We've not really gotten any government grant or an organization grant or something like that. So it's really just been funded by the pockets of the team, myself, my team, the admins, our sponsors. So we wish that we have a lot of money to throw around. Would have been lovely to reward everybody. So I just wanted to say that for that. So Mary, I don't know if we have people, what's it called, our grading ready. If not, I'll still just want to encourage you to go to our pages. If you check the chat, you see the link to the pages. You can definitely follow us there. So while that is still being compiled, I will just make some announcements. Yeah. I'll just skip over that. All right. I'll just make some announcements just to make sure that we can make progress. So there is something we launched recently. Sorry, my attention was just called to the fact that you couldn't hear me. I was surprised that. Okay, thank you for that. So I don't know, what was the last thing you heard me say? What was the last thing you heard me say? Huh? Okay, so I wanted to make announcements, and I talked about a program we launched last year. Yeah, okay. A program we launched last year. And before that, I was talking about, just to appease those people on the call that might be angry that why didn't they present, that is simply that we can't have all 60 people or 50 people present, but we invited you to be part of this experience. What you've learned from Mr. Makinde, what you've seen us do. Yeah, I'm sure that it would have sown a seed of impact, a seed of growth in you that you can develop. So we just wanted you to be part of the experience. But I said that we're going to reward top 7 people regardless of the position, but we're going to announce top 3 today. And again, we're open to sponsorship. You'll see something I'll share later. And I talked about this program we launched last year. It's like, who wants to be a millionaire for children? Who wants to be a millionaire for kids? Where you just come to answer trivia questions and you win up to 200,000. I think we've had people win 15,000, 50,000. I think we've had somebody win 75,000. And all you just need to do is just to bring yourself. It's not that we are asking you to pay or do anything. So most of our programs, not most, all of the programs we have ever done at Predicare Steun Foundation, we've never charged anybody for anything. Even for our spelling bees that we have over 150, 200 people who attend, we feed people, we do all of this. We don't charge for it. The teachers conference we did, and we had like 20 or 30 teachers attend. It was all free. The materials, the resource people, everything was free. So when we do programs, we make it free. So I'm just saying this because when you see our flyers and you see our flyers to support us, please do well to support us, do well to share. If you know somebody we can reach out to that's willing to support initiatives like this, reach out to us. So you'll see a barcode on the screen or the link. It's just a simple Google form. Fill that form if you want to be part of. We've shot 15 episodes. We've currently have some of those edits currently ready. We'll be launching it between June and July. So it will be like children trivia quiz show. That's what the idea is. So watch out for that on our YouTube channel. You can also go follow us or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Predicare Steun Foundation. But more importantly, if you want to be part of this, scan this QR code right now, or I'm sure some of my team members will put the link on the group, on the chat, PSF quiz show, bit.ly / PSF quiz show. So make sure you feel that. And some of the context we've done, we have this essay competition. And then in November, usually in Ogun State area of Nigeria, somewhere in Ijoko, we usually have spelling bee competition for junior secondary school students. And that's what you saw on the video that we played earlier. So if you know anybody in Ijoko, Songo area, Agbado, all of those areas, please let them watch out for registration for this competition. We usually do seminars as well. Although can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay. Yeah. So our next seminar, we'll plan it. So if you want to be part of it, like I said, while Mr. Makinde was talking, an idea popped in my head. I saw a lot of students asking questions, pertinent questions that I think we should answer. So watch out as it will be led. I will be led. There will be a session sometimes mid-year, maybe July or August, that will just be a session to answer questions. In my head, I already started mapping out people that we should have on that panel of judges. Someone like Miri Abiodun, someone like my good friend that was part of this vision at the beginning. Temidayo Adebi is scholar, top guy, will be part of that panel, maybe panel of 4 people, just answering your questions and trying to provide direction. Mary, I think we should really pursue that. Ayorinde, please, if I forget, let's make sure that we build that. All right. And I talked earlier about how you can support us. Please support us here. This is our account number. Mary, I don't see the top 3 position. Okay, do you have that? Okay, I see it now. Okay, thank you. I'm going to format this. All right. So please, you can support us here as much as possible. Send your donation to this account number, and I pray God help us. You can follow us at our page I talked about that earlier. Before we wrap up, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen, and in the meantime, just quickly add the winners of the competition. But we have it here. Like I said, everybody did well. Honestly, everybody did well, and we are proud to be part of your journey. I saw somebody say that they started their clothing business or something like that. That's very commendable. We have 2. Oh, interesting. We have 2 people tied at second, so we don't have a second. We don't have a third position. I'm just going to share that in 1 minute. But like I said, we are going to reward everybody. I mean, the top 7 people, because I think they have done very well. So because we don't have a third, we would be having a 4th position just to make sure that. And personally, I think one of the things that I would make sure that I do going forward is to see if I can mentor some of you guys. I'm a very busy person, but we'll see how that works. So I'm going to just share my screen now for the top 3 essay people. So I don't know if you can see my screen, but there is no need to put any suspense. So in first position, we have Ariana Oke, the wonderful lady that made a good presentation. And then there are two ties at second, Demilade Murayo, Paul and Abigail Osemeya. And then, so because we don't have a third, we have a fourth favor, Ajidagba. So I don't remember how we plan to split that money, but you guys will be getting cash prize out of the 200,000, and then the other three people will also be getting cash prize as well. I will make sure to see to that. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. And like I said, look out for, again, that discussion where we just have a panel session to answer your question. And I believe it will be a beautiful time. Like I said, thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you for attending to this Founders Day, 8-year Founders Day. And there's no better way than to end than to just share a video of our impact again for those that were not here when we shared that. All right.
7 years. Predicare Steun Foundation, PSF, is not just a name, but a vision that came alive 8 years ago in 2018. That vision is to raise young, educated minds that can solve national and international challenges. Because every child has an innate potential and an area of interest, PSF's priority is to reach out to every child, helping them harness their innate potential and areas of interest, while building themselves to see challenges differently and explore various facets of life. While we are on a journey to reaching every child, children between the ages of 9 and 15 have encountered us through various educational programs. Some have become winners of our competitions, and others have raised the bar in their pursuit of excellence. Predicare Steun Foundation is a not-for-profit organization devoted to grooming and redefining the minds of young people to prefer solutions to national and international problems. It is a foundation created and committed to making education more attractive so that young people can learn with an open mind. We believe that education is a tool for national innovation and advancement. Therefore, every child must get quality education. We do not just want to feed a child, as we say. Instead, we want to teach a child how to feed for life. At PSF, our core values are centered on capacity building, character building, intellectualism, excellence, and hard work. These values have spurred the impact of the last 8 years. From annual spelling bee competitions to essay competitions and more, it's been impact back to back. Our impact figures from 2018 are as follows. Over 1.7 million naira has been paid out for the school fees and exams of children. Over 270,000 naira worth of books donated. We have 35 intellectual online seminars. 60 schools have benefited from our programs. Over 1,500 children have been impacted. A total of 13 major projects have been completed. We have 3 reading clubs in schools, 1 book compiled, and most recently, we launched the PSF Teachers Conference with 20 teachers trained at the maiden edition. For the past 8 years, we have enjoyed the support of sponsors who believe in our vision, ever supportive, and are ever willing to help us reach new heights as we reach more children. We are grateful for every seed sown and the fruit it has yielded at PSF. We have also enjoyed the tireless sacrifices of our amazing volunteers who are willing to go to any length to touch the life of a child. We recognize the sacrifices and we believe in the ripple effect it has on each child we serve. As we ride on the wings of 8 years, we recognize that it's a new beginning that's ushering us into new impacts with new ideas for continually delivering on the vision of PSF. Join us on the new wave. We need your support. And we thank you for coming with us this far. The Predicare Steun Foundation, PSF, clocks 8.
Yes, we clock 8, and there is no better way to end than to thank everybody for being part of this journey. And we look forward to having you at our future events. When you see our events, make sure you share aggressively, support us aggressively. And I pray God bless you. Thank you so much for being part here. If you won a quiz question, Ayorinde, please put your phone number on the chat so that they can reach out to you. I know there are 5 names. If you can help put those 5 names on the chat again, Ayorinde, before we round off, please, that would be perfect. As well, so that we know those 5 people reaching out to you. Then before we go, there are 2 people that I see very active here. Ayorinde, I don't know if you can, I don't know if they are still on the call. I saw one name like IR something. I don't know if the person is still on the call. Let me see. The person was super active. Let me see if the person is still on the call. Okay, the person has probably left. So I would leave you to choose 2 people, team guys, admin guys, IRCCK, team guys, to choose 2 people that were active throughout this chat that we can also award with gift cards there. So yeah, thank you again, and I'll just wrap it up here. If you want to leave, you're free to leave at this point. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Predicare
Predicare
Steun
Steun
Foundation,
Foundation,
where
where
purpose drives every action. As we celebrate our 60th anniversary, it's essential to reflect on the profound impact we have made. Through 20 monthly online seminars, we have empowered individuals with tools for personal growth and self-development, fostering a community dedicated to continuous learning. Our reach extends beyond virtual platforms to the arts of education, with 33 schools in Ogun State benefiting from our initiatives. These institutions are not just recipients, they are partners in our mission to nurture young minds. Through book donations, we have supported their libraries, enriching their educational journey of over 1,060 children, instilling in them the love for learning that transcends generations. Our commitment to literacy doesn't end with donations. It's a culture we are revitalizing. With our over 270,000 worth of books distributed, we are sowing the seeds of knowledge that will flourish in the minds of future leaders. Every smile we see reflects the hope of a brighter tomorrow, fueled by the joy of learning. As we look back on our accomplishment from 2018 to 2024, the numbers speak volumes. 31 free online seminars, 33 schools empowered, 1,060 children inspired, over 270,000 hours worth of books shared, 11 projects realized, 3 reading clubs established, 945,000 invested in education, 1 book compiled, and this book is a testament to our dedication to literature and learning. Together, we are shaping a future where every child has the opportunity to thrive, where knowledge is not a privilege but a right. Join us in our journey as we continue to make waves of change, one seminar, one school, one child at a time. Predicare Steun Foundation, empowering minds, transforming futures.